Okay, I see some people coming in, all quite early already. All right, let me just adjust some things here. Just joined in, so just settle in as we wait to begin this introduction webinar. And Simon, I'm just going to promote you as a panelist. You don't have to turn on, but just in case you can't hear me or if something's up, then you can at least tell me. Okay. Or you guys can let me know in the chat function if you can't hear me. Okay. Thanks so much, Simon, for connecting there. I'm just checking my view here. There we go. All right, guys, we have a few people that have already started joining this session. So I would love it if you can open up your chat functions because we'll be using that today. So please let me know that you are excited and ready for this program. So say hi on the chat for me. And what could actually be quite nice is if you let us know where you're logging in from. That would be great. So let me know where you are logging in from. I'm just going to make sure that everyone can chat. So there we go. It should be set up now. So open up your chat function and let me know where you are logging in from and say hi to everyone. Let's introduce ourselves. Okay. If you haven't gotten that chat open, do that. I haven't seen anything yet. Perfect. Thanks, Vincent. Thank you for introducing yourself. Also, South Africa. Let me know where in South Africa you're logging in from. I'm logging in from Cape Town, the very hot Cape Town at the moment. I'm sure there's plenty of other places. Okay, Kegile from Johannesburg. Fantastic. Okay, Chantal, Cape Town as well. Beautiful. There we go. As for some of you that have just joined, you'll see Simone, who's also messaging on the group there. She is part of the Startup School too. So she's also very excited to engage with you in the session. All right. I am going to get used to everyone's names throughout this process. So please do excuse me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. I'm going to call you Mati at the moment, but from Zimbabwe. Amazing. So we've got someone from out of this country as well. Beautiful. Nontando KZN. Okay, so some from Joburg, Anele from Pietermaritzburg. Lovely. All right. Apologies, guys. I just want to make sure that some certain functions are on mute. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your session. There we go. I'm just going to pause notifications quickly. Keep writing into the chat and introducing yourselves, though. Okay, let's see. We haven't begun the session yet. We still have quite a few more people to join, so engage in the chat function while we wait. You could also grab yourself a cup of tea or some water quickly before we begin. Okay, Tebogo. Okay. From Mpumalanga, beautiful. Limpopo. Okay, Matthew from Cape Town. We've got Soweto, amazing. Okay. Thank you for Mas Niona. I think that's how you prefer Niona. Thank you for sharing that, because that's how us coaches know how we should engage with you. Okay, Cape Town. Okay, Cleopatra from Johannesburg. Amazing. So guys, if you have just joined, I asked if everyone can open up the chat function and introduce yourselves and let us know where you are logging in from today. We've got quite a few people from Johannesburg, from Cape Town. We've got KZN, Pietermaritzburg, and we have one from Zimbabwe at the moment. So if you are logging in from a different country as well, would love to hear that. It's exciting because this is called Startup School Africa, right? We got to see if we can help entrepreneurs all over Africa. Okay, East Rand, there we go. Lots of people logging in from Johannesburg. Cool. Okay. That's why we have an online program like this, everyone, so we can connect with all of you from all over. Marvin from Soweto, amazing. Beautiful, guys. Just give it a little bit more time before we begin because I don't want to dive into this just yet. There's some people that might struggle to connect. So I'll start in about another minute or so. So we have more people logging in at the moment. So for those that have just logged in, let us know where you're logging in from and introduce yourself there. Okay. We've got KZN, more KZN. Beautiful. Okay, Leo from Cape Town as well. KZN, beautiful, guys. Keep sharing. Love it. And I love the engagement here. I want you all to open up the chat, introduce yourself. You are almost a big community already for this program. There's over 100 of you on this program. So I think there's about 130 of you actually. So you've got lots of entrepreneurs to engage with, and this is a great place to start networking already. Okay. I'm so excited to hear that you're excited, Busang. Fantastic. I can't wait to dive into everything and actually share a little bit more with you to get you more excited. Okay. You know, we could actually do a bit of a temperature check as well while we wait, because I know some of you have already introduced yourselves, and I would like to see maybe how you're feeling about the program. So let's do a scale from 1 to 10. Okay. 1 being, I have no idea why I'm here, why I've started this, being quite low, and 10 being, I know why I'm here. I'm excited to begin. I know what to expect. Let's start this. So give me a number from 1 to 10. How are you feeling about starting this process? You know exactly what you want, or maybe there's some things you're not sure about. Maybe you're a 6 or a 7 and you want to know a little bit more. So write your number into the chat there. Okay. Oh, we've got a 10. Let's go. Exactly. I love it. Okay, we've got 7. All right. I'm sorry, I'm missing everybody's numbers here, but we're quite high. And for those that aren't 10 yet, maybe after this session, you're going to be a 10, right? Okay, 10 out of 10. Oh, I love this. And we always got the people that have more than 10. And there's always that one person that has a decimal point, right? Okay. We've got there's one that says low. Okay. Hopefully after this session, you'll feel more excited and know what to expect. After understanding this process a little bit more, it can definitely help you. Okay. A solid 7. I like that. Okay. We've got 9s. Perfect. Okay. So we still have more people logging in. So if you have just logged in, we're doing a bit of a temperature check to see how we're feeling about the program. As you can see, 1 being quite low and 10 being the highest. Or at this point with us as entrepreneurs, there's never a limit, right? So we also got some 11s and a little bit more than 10. Okay. Kumzile from Soweto, thank you. Super excited. Also 10. I love that. Okay, amazing, everyone. It's so great to see how excited you are and ready to start this process. So let me begin the session today so that we can have a bit of time for questions after. The session is scheduled for a full hour, but we might not need the full hour. So you can spend that extra time planning how you're going to stay committed to this process and plan your startup school journey, right? So let us begin. And if there are more people coming in, this session is recorded. Actually, let me double check that it is recorded because we need to make sure. And this will be uploaded to your dashboard. So you will still have access to it again. Okay. All right. So welcome, everyone. I am Tanya Gill, and I'm one of your business coaches and the program manager here at the Startup School. And before we get started, I actually want to take a moment to congratulate you for committing to this program. Really well done for taking this impressive step to really evolve and upskill yourselves as entrepreneurs. So give yourselves a round of applause, everyone. You can use the chat if you need. Give yourselves a round of applause because this is already a huge step in your journey. Okay, I want to see that chat function keep going. Amazing. Okay. So today's meetup is really just to connect, chat about the structure of the program, and learn a little bit more about each other. We'll also end off with a Q&A section. So if you have any burning questions after the session, you'll have that time. So I'll be going through some of the most important things that you need to remember and expect from the program. Everything shared here today is in your orientation. but maybe seeing it differently and me sharing it with you can help you gather a bit more of that information and understand it better. But you should find it all in your orientation and your welcome pack. Okay, I love that. I love a round of applause there. Uh, Hyping each other up. Perfect. Okay, so first I want to start with, what is the Startup School? Okay, so you've joined this program. What is it? How does it look? So, Startup School is an online business education and development organization that is determined to really strengthen the African entrepreneurial ecosystem using our high touch virtual education and training. So, this core program offering, which you've successfully been enrolled in, is a 12-week is a 12-week online entrepreneurial development program. And we are actually so excited, and I could see based on the chat, by the caliber of entrepreneur on this course. And we know that this course will provide you with an opportunity to really enhance your business plan and strengthen those entrepreneurial skills that we're looking for, right? So, Startup School has been running for nearly 8 years now, actually. And we have some wonderful stories about our alumni. But besides from the great stories, which you'll hear throughout the program, we also have the content, the learning, and we also have an amazing team, which you'll be interacting with from time to time. So part of this team, I've mentioned earlier, has joined us today. And you may notice her chatting to you in the chat function there. And she's my amazing colleague and business coach, Simone. And we are both experienced entrepreneur coaches and cannot wait to engage with you throughout this program. So you'll be seeing a lot of us throughout the process. Now, before I go into what you can expect from the program, I want to stress our core approach, okay? Because I don't want you all to feel that we are testing you and you need to get the right marks and us telling you if you're a bad or good entrepreneur. There's none of that. We are here to empower and support you, not necessarily test you. We're here to provide you with the tools and the knowledge to develop your business. Rather than providing marks on your submissions, we want to empower you to achieve your goals and objectives. So you'll not expect a grade on an activity or your interactions, but rather qualitative feedback from us coaches that can help set up or help you set up an action plan to really shift that needle for your business and for yourself. So that's why you have us coaches that will be interacting with you. Okay, so today I know your mics and videos are turned off, but let's use the chat to share our thoughts and our excitement and really start connecting. So for those that haven't joined and haven't already shared their excitement and interactions, dive into the chat, see where everyone's logging in from. You could see that we have many entrepreneurs from different areas, and I'm excited to get to know you guys a bit more. So a bit of a fun fact, okay, you'll be joining 2,000 other, or around close to, or around 2,000, I actually need to get the exact number, other alumni entrepreneurs that have successfully completed the Startup School program, which means we'll be making the entrepreneurial circle bigger and you one step closer to solving one of the most pressing challenges in South Africa. And we have so many different sectors and industries that help us solve these challenges. So let's start with getting to know you more. And I actually want everyone to open up their chat and type in the industry you're in. Let's see, what industry are you operating in? I would love to see that. So it gives us a good idea on how many different sectors and the different areas that you're solving these challenges and providing a need for others. Leo says fashion. Nice. Fashion. Moshe is also in fashion. Okay. Anel is also in fashion. Ooh, we've got some, I must get to know you guys a bit better. I can't wait to see your stuff. Okay, we've got some baking, digital marketing. Sorry if I'm skipping a few. It's the chat's bouncing. Everyone's sharing. I love it. Okay. Tourism. The tourism industry is very exciting. Finance and beautiful. You could potentially help others in the finance area there. We've got e-commerce, we've got construction, baking, marketing. We're in fintech, retail. Sure. Okay. We've got an education. Beautiful. Lovely. Anyone in agriculture? We've got human resource, got education. Oh, perfumes, nice. Very interesting. I love that. Okay. Any more? Keep adding them in there. Exactly, Simon. This is such a diverse group of people. Early childhood development, media. There we go. We've got poultry. We've got a bit of agriculture there. Accounting and tax. Gabriella. Well, I know who to go to. Not my strong suit. Okay. Tech. We've got more perfume. Beautiful, guys. Amazing. I see there are many different industries between everyone. And even though you could be in similar or different industries, take note of this because this is when the networking starts. Engage on those forums and start networking with people from similar or different industries. This is an important step for your growth. So I can't wait for you guys to start those collaborations. Exactly, patience. So many collaboration opportunities. Even if you're in the same industry, you could learn from each other. You could help each other. Great synergy if you need. You might need an accountant or someone in finance and you're struggling. You know who to reach now because you've shared that there. So keep engaging and sharing your thoughts. We will be opening up a discussion forum opportunity for you guys on the program. I'll show you what that looks like, but share that there because if anyone's ever looking for someone, we've got 130 of you to engage with, right? Okay, nice. Thanks everyone for sharing your industry there. Next, I actually want to ask you guys what phase of your business you're in actually. We're all in different chapters, and even in these different chapters, we can learn from one another, right? So I'd love to get a sense of where you're at in your business. Also for us coaches to get to know that a bit better. So do you feel like you're still in ideation? You're thinking of your business concept and you're still refining it. Have you started and you're trying to get some traction here? And have you been operating for a while and you're actually just ready to scale and grow? So write that into the chat for me. What kind of phase you're in? Ideation, just started, ready to scale. Okay, we've got quite a few. Okay, perfect. Got idea phase, amazing. That's why we call the startup, guys. We're here to get you started. The viewer says just started as well. Time to get that traction, time to get things going. Okay. Still start from scratch. That's perfect. Okay, currently into my MVP development stage with GTM in 2 months. Beautiful, Joshua. Okay, so getting things done there. Still developing, but registered. Okay, so there's already a big step there. Okay, so we've got some growth. Perfect. Okay, so some have just started. We've got quite a bit of ideation operating. I just want to see that one operating for the last few months, but it's been slow, so still developing. Okay, so you've got some goals to reach there, some changes, maybe adjustments. All right. Okay, perfect. If you're not registered, that's also fine. We're still going to get there. It's perfect. It's a perfect place to be to start refining that business model. Okay. Nice, guys. Okay, so we're all in different chapters, right? So enjoy these different chapters. As you could see, we have some of you that have just started, some of you may be wanting to grow, and you can see that from our discussions and what we've shared with you, that Startup School actually caters for all of you. We're going to help you reach those goals, whether it's finally starting or gaining that traction or growing. We're here to get you there, right? Because we focus on those goals with you and you are going to determine that path to reach those goals. Cool. Amazing. Okay. I've got maybe 1 or 2 more questions for you because I still love getting to know the group that we're going to be working with, our community here. So if you have finished typing out what phase you're in, you know, based on our experience, we've also found that entrepreneurs look back at the program and a few of their greatest learnings are around their entrepreneurial mindset, how they've managed their time, and having a clear objective on the program. So I've been saying goals, goals, goals now, but I'd love to hear what objective you actually have for this program that could actually set you up for success. So why have you joined the Startup School, basically? If you could write that into the chat for me. What is the objective for joining the Startup School? What do you want to gain? It could be anything. So write that into the chat for me. Let's see. Patience, knowledge, skills, and preparation. Beautiful. Okay. In the right place, patience. Analysis funding. Okay. We do assist with you in terms of knowing how to pitch for funding, seeking out investment. So you will get that kind of training. So that's good, Anele. Isaac, to establish a profitable business. Exactly. It's knowledge and entrepreneurial skills. Beautiful. To learn, apply, and grow. I like that. I think that should be our motto for today. To learn, apply, and grow. Okay. I'm seeing that. Sorry, I want to see. Some of it's just jumping too quickly for me. But I saw a beautiful thing here. I'm seeing the keyword growth a lot. That's such a beautiful starting point. Thank you, Simon. Exactly. Growth, growth, growth. And even if you are in the ideation phase, think of growth, not just for yourself, for your business, but for yourself as well. We often dive into your mindset and where you see yourself in the next 5 years as an entrepreneur, a happy entrepreneur, let's say, hopefully. Okay. More knowledge. I love that. Want to share my fragrance love with people and own a business that is going to give back to people. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Leveraging technology to drive impact. Beautiful. I like that, Vincent. To refine my idea. Okay, cool. Keep adding that in there, guys. I'm seeing some amazing objectives. So thank you for sharing your objectives. It's really great to see. And I can see many of you are meant to be here. You're supposed to be here, and I'm glad you have joined the program. So I cannot wait to actually start working with you guys. Simon and I both can't wait to start working with you guys to achieve these objectives. And remember to keep these objectives in mind now, because in the first week of the program and this orientation week that you're in, we really focus on setting those goals and focusing on those incremental steps that you can take to reach those goals. I know it's hard, especially if we have a 9-to-5 job or we have a family and we're trying to start a business and we're trying to figure out everything and wearing so many hats. But if we break it down, we can get there. And that's what we're going to do together, right? Okay. Thanks, everybody, for sharing your objectives. So you'll be taking note of that and writing it in your orientation as well. So now I'm going to dive into more of the technical and structural elements of the program. So you can take your notes here, but like I said, it's all in the orientation as well. But before we do that, I actually want to see how you guys have engaged with the program already, just to make sure we're all good and we're comfortable and ready to start, right? So there is a raise your hand option on Zoom. And if you can find it, please raise your hand if you've been able to log into the program. If you can raise your hand and let me know if you've been able to log into the program. Okay, let's see that number go up there. Okay, it's going higher. Perfect. Well done. Well done for logging in. Good. Okay, so as you know, we've released it, the content or the orientation with you on Monday already. So if you haven't logged in, that's okay. That's why we're having this session to chat about it. Let's help you get on track. Let's help you log in. So if you are struggling, you're more than welcome to email us. And I also will share my WhatsApp or our WhatsApp with you if you are struggling to log in, and we'll get you there. Okay, I'll share it after this session. I'll share the contact details with you in a bit. Okay, I see many people also raising their hands in the chat. That's perfectly fine. Okay, cool. Thanks everyone for leaning into those questions. So now we know you a bit more, and we are so excited to work with you all. Now let's get to know the Startup School. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you and going through some of the key insights. Like I said, the structural stuff. So give me a second to share my screen with you. Okay. Good. If you are struggling to see the screen, please do notify me, but I think it should all be in order. And you could use the chat function if you aren't able to see it. Okay. So let me begin. We're going to get to know the Startup School. So let me begin with, what are you going to expect from this program? So like I've said, this is a 12-week online program. Therefore, everything will be online. So these 12 weeks will consist of different activities. You have feedback from coaches. You have different discussion forums. You might even have more webinar lectures like this one, and plenty of knowledge. You won't have a webinar lecture like this one every week. We will notify you if there's some kind of session, but they're not compulsory, because we understand you guys have stuff to do and sometimes you can't join. So if you can join, it is an interactive session. It will be beneficial for you, but if you can't, don't stress. The one thing that you need to do is actually just stick to completing your activities for the program, but I'll dive into that in a bit. But because this is an online program, you can do this at any time from anywhere. Okay, we get you. We understand you entrepreneurs can't always attend a class. So there won't be classes. So some of you may have asked about classes already. We do not have classes. You will have weekly deadlines to complete. So I'll share that in a bit as well. So each week is one topic. I said this is 12 weeks. Each week is one topic, and you'll have an activity to complete for that. So set the best time that works for you weekly to incorporate Startup School in your week, so that you don't feel pressured or pressed for time. Like I said, one of the things that many entrepreneurs said was time. Time was important for them, and if they stuck to it and they didn't fall off track, they enjoyed the process so much more. So set your times today and stay on top of it. This is up to you. You need to put in the work or the effort, and you'll get back just as much, and that you'll enjoy the process so much more. Okay. So there we go. So I want to share first some opportunities and rewards for coming to the Startup School or taking part in the Startup School, and when you actually become alumni. So firstly, you'll have the opportunity to engage with coaches and experts in the field. So Simone and I have been working with entrepreneurs for many years now, and we will be interacting with you throughout the program. You'll receive that personalized feedback. So it's written feedback on your activity. So that's how we will engage with you. And I want you to read that feedback, and then you can respond to it and ask more questions. And I'll show you where you could find that feedback as well. You'll have access to our Startup School network. Remember, I mentioned 2,000 alumni or so. You're going to be part of that bigger community. You'll have lifetime access to the course content. So if you're ever feeling overwhelmed and you can't go through all the information at once, take what resonates with you at this moment in time and leave the rest, because you can actually go back to it. So don't overwhelm yourself as well. You will also receive a completion certificate listing all the modules you've covered, and then you'll also have an opportunity to apply for prize funding competitions that we host. And remember, with the prize funding competition, it's not just about entering the competition and winning. It's also about what you get from the process of learning how to pitch to investors. Many entrepreneurs said that that was one of the most beneficial things of that time for them. Then you'll also have many more opportunities when you become an alumni, but definitely not least is some valuable content and tools that we will be sharing with you throughout the 12 weeks. And that's what you can gain from this process. Now, how is each week structured? Okay, so take note of this, because this is the flow of the entrepreneurship development program. So right now you're in your orientation, then you'll start with your 12 weeks next week. Now we release a topic to you every Monday at 10 a.m. So next week, Monday, you'll gain access to developing an entrepreneurial mindset at 10 a.m. Then the following Monday, you'll receive your module 2 or your week 2, which is your design thinking week. And that's how each week is going to be released to you. Then you'll have an activity, 1 or 2 activities, and an opportunity to engage in the discussion forum in each of those weeks. And you'll have a full week to complete that activity. And that is due the following Monday before midnight. Okay, so you are going to get access to week 1 next week, Monday at 10 a.m. Have that full week to go through it and do your activity. And then that following Monday, when you get access to week 2, your activities due before midnight. Okay. And then you will receive feedback on those activities. So the coaches, after the deadline date, will have about a week or so to provide feedback on those activities for you. Now, these activities are the compulsory criteria to complete the program. And if you do not complete your activities on time, we cannot guarantee feedback. So you must understand that the coaches have a certain amount of capacity each week to focus on a topic. So I cannot guarantee feedback if you have a late submission. Also, if you are late in submitting, you need to have a valid reason for not being able to submit, because you had a whole week to be able to dive into that. Okay. So if you are ever falling behind, you need to contact us, because we need to help get you back on track as well. You don't want to fall behind in this process. Okay. Rather be transparent and chat to us as well than stay away and stay quiet and not submit the whole time. Okay. So that is the structure of each week. Okay. We got it? We happy? If you have any questions, just take note. Right. So next, what are the 12 weeks actually going to look like? So now you know the structure. So you could see the core milestones that we're in. So first you could see we're in our orientation week. That's currently happening. Then next week is your week 1. So you may have heard we've spoken about a boot camp. So this is the first 2 weeks of the program, which means that in order to continue on to the next, or from week 3 onwards, you need to submit your activities on time each week for at least the first 2 weeks, for us to understand if this is something for you, and for you to understand that this is something that you can keep up with as well. So we have to put the boot camp in place for that. And once you've completed week 1 and 2, you've passed the boot camp, and you continue from week 3 until week 8. Then you see the next big milestone is week 9 to 12. Many of you mentioned if you're in ideation phase, or if you're in startup, or if you're actually planning to grow, this is where you'll decide which stream you're going to go into, because we want to focus on those that are trying to scale and those that are trying to start, so that the content just splits slightly there. Then you'll complete the program, and after completing the program, you'll receive your completion certificate, and you will gain access to the application for prize funding as well, which you'll hear more about throughout the process. In order to apply for the prize funding, you have to complete the process, and everything that you are doing in the course can help you with that application. So don't miss out on that feedback, because it's essential for that kind of application. Then lastly, I just want to share our contact details. I'll also write it into the chat. Maybe someone can add it into the chat there for me. Our WhatsApp and our email address, just so that you can reach out to us. Please email me if there's any technical issues. If there's anything with the dashboard that you're struggling with, please do email us. But if there's some questions regarding your content, or if you want to chat to a coach about something, is something pressing, please do WhatsApp us. That's how. Or if you feel like you're off track and can't submit, contact us on WhatsApp. Okay. Then if you want to engage with your coach personally, you will respond to the feedback that they share with you, and you'll reply there. All right. Okay. And that is the Startup School, guys. But before I let you go, I'm actually going to show you the dashboard as well, because I think it could be helpful to see how to navigate the dashboard. So give me a second to do that. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. Let's just double check here what's being shared. Perfect. Okay, looks like you can see the dashboard perfectly. Okay, so when you log in, you'll have your dashboard. So if you haven't logged in yet, it looks like this. For those that have, you've already kind of seen it. And if you're ever looking for something, you just go to the left bar here. If you're using your cell phone, I think there's 3 lines at the bottom. You just click those and you'll see the course outline. You'll be able to navigate it from there. If you need any more assistance with navigation on the cell phone, I can also record a video for you after this session. All right, just request it if you need. You can use our WhatsApp, or you can use our email for that. Okay, so when you log into your dashboard, you can click view to see the course, what we're about, and then you can click resume to go where you ended off in the program. So just go straight into that. You'll see on the left-hand side, you'll have my dashboard. My courses are the courses you're enrolled in. When we have the prize funding application, you will find your prize funding application there as well once you've completed. Some insights and your goals. For those that need to set their goals, you could use the goals page to track your goals and write them down there. You could also find your activities here, which ones you need to still submit and which ones are due. And once you become an alumni, you create your own alumni profile, which others are able to see, and potential partners and investors too. So it's actually very exciting. Okay. Then when you do go into your course, I'm going to actually show it to you here because I'm going to show you your course. You get your, where you click view, you get your actual overview of what the course is about. And this is your course outline. So you'll be able to see all the things that you're going to go through in the next 3 months, what the different topics are. And remember, I mentioned to you, you only get each topic released to you weekly. Here you can see the exact date you'll gain access to the course there. So right now you can see orientation week is available to you. Not yet for week 1, but it will be released on Monday at 10 a.m. as you can see there. Okay, so these are grayed out till they're ready. When you're in a lesson, you can see if you click on a lesson, what it looks like. You can play videos, you could read the different topics, and you just click next or next lesson when you're ready to go on to the next phase of the lessons. Okay. Then the next thing that is very important to show you, at the end of each lesson, you'll see something that says activity. Okay. I'm going to show you the orientation activity first. It describes how you set your goals. But when it comes to the content, your activity page will look something like this. And you'll see all the instructions that you need in order to complete the activity. So this is your first activity. You can see it's at the end there. And I want you to follow the steps that we share with you. Follow the instructions. It will be easier for you to submit the activity that way. Then when you scroll all the way down, you'll notice at the end is where you will upload your document. Please use PDF versions. Just convert your documents into PDFs. It's much better for us. And upload them there. And you click submit. That's all. So that's how you submit your activities. It's important. Now you know. Okay. Then when your activity has been graded, you will find here a notification telling you that you've received feedback, and you'll find the feedback here. Or if you go into the My Activities page, you'll see feedback options there that you can read as well. Right now I have no activities, so I can't really show you at this point, but you'll see there's an action where it says you can read your feedback. Okay. The other element of the Startup School is our community, which I've been chatting about. Look at you guys already sharing on the community there. I love it. So if you haven't introduced yourself, introduce yourself, share some thoughts. And this is where we'll be engaging. And we often give you a topic to discuss each week. So share it. And this is a way to also network. So use this space. When you click the button, you'll be able to see it here. It's very easy to use as well. All right. And that is the course. If there's any other questions, I could always reshare just now and show you how to navigate to a certain place. So keep your questions in mind there. And I think I've stopped sharing there so you could see me a bit better. But that's all I actually need to show you in terms of navigating the dashboard. So I know I've shared a lot today. I'm also getting tired of my voice. But I actually want to see how awake you are at the moment. So let's play a game actually after I've shared all these different points here. I'd love to play a game. With this game, I want everyone to have their chat open. Okay, and be quick. I'm going to ask you a question, and the first person to answer the right question wins. Okay, I'll just remember you on, and we'll chat. But so just engage and see. You win being the winner, basically. But I want to see how much you remembered as well. Okay, are we ready to type into the chat? Good. Hands on the keyboard. Okay, my first question to you is what is the first, or what time and day is a topic released to you? Let's see, who's the first person to answer that? What time and day? I think it's also tough with, it's moving so quickly. I want to see who was the first person. Okay, I think I'm getting Anele. This chat is so moving so quickly. Okay. I'm going to just double check who was the first person. I got a 10 a.m. Fast fingers. Okay. Nyasha. I wanted to see. Oh, Yolisa and Patience. Okay. So Patience, I think. Sorry, guys. It's actually moving so quickly. Maybe Simone can check for me who was the winner of that one. But let me just see. I think it was Anele. Anele, you got 10 a.m. and then some others got 10 a.m. Monday. But so far, well done. Okay. Malefu, thank you. Chantal and Anele. Well done, guys. Okay. Good. Okay. So next question. Let's see. When are our activities due? When are our activities due? Who's going to answer that one first? Oh, there we go. Next Monday, exactly. I'm still struggling to see who's first. So, okay, we got Chantal. Chantal, I think you won this one. Monday before midnight. Exactly. The following Monday before midnight. Matthew, exactly. The following one. Doesn't have to be on the day. Okay. Monday before midnight. Okay, I can hear you guys have been listening to me, so that's amazing. Well done. Well done, everyone. Okay, let's do another one. And then we can go into questions because I enjoy hearing from you guys a bit. Okay, next question. Name one reward or opportunity for completing the program. What one reward or opportunity from completing the program? Okay, I knew the funding would be easiest to write down. Okay, Anele, I think you got this one, girl. Or it might be a guy. Prize funding. Okay, prize funding, alumni. I like that. Okay, I want some different ones. Yeah, we got some certificates. We got prize funding, completion certificate, networking, Kenny. I'm going to give you a point. Well done. Networking. I like the different ones. Any others besides prize funding or the certificates? Okay, we had networking. One more that's not prize funding or certificates. Who's got one? Yes, long life content, skills, knowledge. Perfect. That's also what I want to hear. The knowledge, the everything that you're going to gain, getting to know people, collaborations. Exactly, Patience. Nice. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I asked that second question to you guys. Thanks, guys, for leaning into that little fun game today. It shows that you have definitely been listening and you're already so committed to the process. And I'm so excited to actually just get to know you guys a lot more because I'm loving your energy. So keep it going. But that's all we are going to cover for today. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to now to ask some questions. If I miss any, please do just say, give me I've asked a question. So please, if you have any questions, write it into the chat. We also have a Q&A option on Zoom you can use if you feel like it's cleaner there. I'll check that one too. But I want to give you the floor as we have a bit of time to do that. All right. I hope I was able to answer some of your questions there. Okay, giving it some thought. Okay. Well, if I have no questions, then I've done my job, hey? Any questions? You'll write it into the chat or the Q&A option there for me. And there's no silly questions as well, hey? Your question might be pressing. Just want to give you an opportunity. Patience, write out your question. Ready for you. Okay. What is the best way to go about reaching out to additional experts within the Investec network? Kenny, I think after you go through this process, we'll get to know you a bit more. We do have those connections. So interact with us, engage with us, talk about what it is that you're looking for, and we can definitely share your story with them too. And then we can chat further about that. Okay. Let me just see. From Zile, how does the bursary option work? Okay, so if you haven't joined in with a group, So the bursary, what that means is that you have joined a program that's worth around just over 22,000 Rand. And in your application, if you've completed your application up until the video submission, you are applying for the bursary option, which means that Investec has decided to cover most of your tuition fees and cover the course. Now, you will also know that there is an administration fee, which they don't cover. This just makes sure that you are committed to the process as well, and all the administration we put in for you is covered as well. So that's a 1,100 Rand fee if you haven't joined with a certain partner group that is covering that for you already. So that's how the bursary works. So if you are on this program at this point there, Pumzile, you have probably been given that bursary. So you will receive an invoice if you are due the 1,100 as well. So I hope I was able to answer your question there. Patience, do we keep communication with our mentors after the program? Good question, Patience. We do offer the coaching relationship throughout the 3 months. That is what you've basically paid for. But it doesn't mean that we are completely going to disconnect with you after the program. You might not be able to engage with your coach you were with, but you can still engage with the team that could potentially assist you with further questions and things later on. But currently in our offering, it's for the 3 months. But like I said, we're not going to just switch off from you completely. I wanted to ask, if you are in ideation phase with your partner, should you complete the activities together with the same information together? Nosipo, so the beginning of the program is very much focused on you as an entrepreneur, where you decide on your strengths and weaknesses. If you are working with a partner that is not on the program, you can work together to put those activities together and put them onto the system. But if your partner is also on the program, you can just let us know that you're partners. And if your activities are similar or exactly the same, at least we know. Your feedback might be slightly different, or it might be exactly the same though. So if you want to submit something that's slightly different, you can. Okay. I think I got that. Nosipo, Kenny. If you didn't win, what to expect next? There are so many entrepreneurs, so sometimes we don't win funding, if that's what you're referring to, but you are a big winner for even starting this process. As an alumni, you'll still get opportunities after. We often run a yearly funding, prize funding as well, and we often engage with entrepreneurs or our alumni afterwards. So I can't give you an exact what happens next because it often changes throughout the year. But like I said, you could still engage with us and you'll still hear from us afterwards. What are the acceptable times for texting? Thank you for asking that question. Very true. So we are only available during business hours. So please note that we will only get back to you when we are in the office. And if you do want to message us after hours, you still can, but we'll only be able to get back to you when we can. Also note that we are working with many entrepreneurs, so we might not get back to you instantly. It might take a couple of hours or an hour or so to get back to you. So just be patient with us, but we will get back to your inquiries. So thank you, Tonani, for asking that. Does credit score matter when it comes to funding selection? I think in terms of that, that's something you'd have to be transparent with when it comes to discussing the funding. So we will have a finance module where we can dive into that. And also before you go through your application, we can have a session where we discuss that too. Busang, hi Tanya, are there terms and conditions attached to the prize fund and how does it work? I.e. the prize tax, do only receive a portion of it? How many entrepreneurs receive funding, etc.? Good question, Busang. So there is terms and conditions attached, and sometimes those terms and conditions, after you've gone through the process, could change based on what your pitch. Maybe the investors want to see the prize put into a certain area that you've asked for, but you will break down what the 100,000 will be used for. In terms of tax, it is prize funding, so I don't think it's taxed at this point. And sometimes the entrepreneurs will receive a full portion of 100,000. Sometimes they split it. So I cannot give you a guarantee answer. It depends on the shift that the funding will do. Okay, so I hope I answered your question there, Busan. Anele, there's often second or third prizes. Let's just say that. But sometimes there's only one. It depends. With the certificate of completion, would I be allowed to apply with it to any company for funding? If it's going to work for you, Nontando, I'm sure you can. You can show that you have done this course with your completion certificate. You could upload it to your LinkedIn profile. You could upload it to your CV. And if it will help your pitch, beautiful. You're more than welcome to use that. When is the 1,100 Rand due? Can it be end of the month, please? Gugu, I've sent an invoice to you and it should show you the deadline date. If you can't reach that deadline date, please do email me. We can discuss that. All right, we're almost reaching the end of our session here, but I'll see a few more questions quickly. Patience is asking if there's anyone that wants to connect on WhatsApp for assistance and extra support. In terms of if you're reaching out to other entrepreneurs here, Patience, you're more than welcome to ask them for their details privately on the community as well, that you have on your site. We don't want to share each other's, your guys' details and your phone numbers in WhatsApp groups because of protection of your privacy as well. You do have access to us though on WhatsApp, like I've shared the details there. Do you also offer practical skills courses? At this point, we don't have those practical skills courses, but we are in our growth as well. So that might come up later when you are an alumni, but we could also direct you in the right direction too. Tebogo, your question on funding, is it applicable to businesses with ideas not yet started or only for operational businesses? It depends. It depends on the model and the concept. There's some certain criteria. It's never been super strict on only one type of stage. How much should one share ideas that have IP and NDA issues, as I tend to get too excited when sharing my passions? Marvin, we are, us as a startup school, we will always protect your ideas. We have that in our terms. So you can share what you feel comfortable sharing with us. This is not something we'll share, but it is in your control how much you share with the rest of the group in the community. I hope that answers your question. After graduation of the program, as winner, is there follow-up assistance from the foundation? Kwezi, yes, we will definitely provide feedback and we'll assist you in that process the best way we can. Okay, and then we have a new business idea. Perfect. Okay, thanks, guys. I'm just going to double check our questions and then we can close off the session. Thank you, Busang, for letting me know about the broken link in the orientation. So I will look at that as soon as possible. Are we going to get links for our logins? We've already sent you a welcome message on how to log into your dashboard. If you are struggling to log into your dashboard, remember how you created your application. So you'll go to our website, you'll click login, and you'll use the same details you used to create your application. That's how you log in, and you'll gain access to your dashboard that way. Okay. Sisiwe, can I change my business idea mid the course, or does it mean the business idea I have, I must stick to it and implement it? Sisiwe, this is why we also do the course, because sometimes you realize the model is not exactly what you thought it was, so you can pivot. And you could let us know that you're pivoting and changing, and you think that it might not work or some other idea is better. So you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. I think I answered most of your questions. If you do have more questions, like I said, you have our details now. Simone even added it into the chat for us. So it's info@startupschool.ac, not .ac.za, just .ac. And you also have our WhatsApp as well. All right. So I think that wraps up for our session for today. And I think let's close off the session to see some excitement, because we're excited to start sharing with you. So add into the chat function, generally, how you feeling? Give me a woohoo or a 10 out of 10, or I'm ready for this. Let's get going. Let's get started. I want to see the excitement, guys. Perfect. I've got some 10 out of 10s raring to go. Yes. We're just as excited, by the way. Okay, we got a 15 out of 15. Perfect. Lovely. Got some dancing. All right. There's going to be moments where you're dancing. There's going to be moments where you asking us for help. There's going to be that whole process, but we're here. We're here to support you. We have a community together. I know entrepreneurship can be a lonely road. It doesn't have to be. That's why you've also joined here. We are not going to make this a lonely road. We are going to work together. Okay. Lovely. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for taking the time to connect today and for committing to this program. You're already showing how committed you are to learning, to growing, and advancing your business. So we wish you all the best on your learning journey. And I look forward to connecting with you, or we look forward to connecting with you. And so that closes the session for today. The recording will be uploaded to your dashboard, and I'll connect with you on Monday. So have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and good luck with week 1. Bye for now. See you all very soon. Thank you. And thank you for joining the session.